Alright, let's go. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, sure. Alright, there's that finish. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, let's do that. Alright. Let's go. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. This is funny. Alright. Okay. What is going on? Huh? This is really uncomfortable. I guess I just draw what's most comfortable for me. Yeah. Right. Music. How are you doing? Hope everything is alright. Alright, then let's go. Have you done anything today? Oh, you're just chilling. Let's go there. Yeah. Cook. Mine is something like that. Wait a minute. If I do this, like... I guess it has to be parallel to me, huh? Alright, finding out new things. Just... Oh. The pig there. Mm. So if I just draw a line here. Then I draw a line there. Yeah, there should be. Yeah. Okay, let's learn something new. Okay, your tablet should be parallel to you, not to the computer. So that's something. All right. Yeah. All right, learn something new one. You're gonna draw like a line. Yeah. And then when you do like this. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Got it. I believe now. Bum 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 bum. Okay, nice. And another one. All right. One, two, three. Oh. Okay. All right, next one. Hey, on your breath while doing this exercise, Andy? No, not really. But you can do it. Well, like not holding your breath, like breathing out. Breathe in, and then when you draw, breathe out. Apparently, just do like calligraphy. People do that. Like I watched like a dude that does calligraphy. Calligraphy. How do you say it? And he breathes out when he does like those lines. Breathe in, and then breathe out. But I don't know if that actually helps. Zero idea if that actually helps. Yorishime, what are your thoughts on Kim Jong-gi? He was really good in perspective and simplifying basic shapes to the point where he could draw it from like, I wouldn't say imagination, but he had have drawn so much in perspective that he probably saw like a grid already. And that's very impressive. Able to imagine that. But also rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I guess that's my thoughts on him. You can learn a couple things from him for sure. What do you guys think about him? Is this your favorite artist? I mean, a lot of people have him as an idol, kind of. He's kind of like a artist idol. But I'm sure that did he also like, I don't know, also color? I've probably did some color drawings, right? Because most of the time I see like black and white. What a Mongoon, he's also really nice. Oh. He's really nice. He's very efficient, that's for sure. Able to do like illustration per day. Like every day one illustration, and the illustration quality is really high. That's very efficient. Something I want to achieve eventually. Able to do like a really high quality illustration every day. Maybe on stream like he does. And then just farm followers on Twitter and then I don't know, grow more. That's my thoughts. Did I actually can also make, wait a minute, why not? Can you also do that? Oh no, I guess I did that. One, 2, 3, 4. But maybe there's something too much. But yeah, they're really good artists. But also they been practicing that art also for a long time. It took him like, I don't know, almost 12 years to get to this point. Already drawn more than a decade. Maybe I should not do this. Let's go on to the next one there. But I mean, I can do this. Why not? I find a cut off copyright and styling or memorization. Ah, yeah. That's a little bit tricky. It's more about understanding like the basic shapes, the basic forms. I would say I don't know. Maybe you already heard it. The advice I can give you is always like focus on the fundamentals and then try to apply those fundamentals on the thing you're kind of trying to study. For example, perspective. Can you draw like a box, for example? Can you draw like a simple box? And then if you're able to draw like a simple box, what you can do then is I did this here. What you can do there now is try to where's that? Is this one? Yeah, it's this one here. Okay. I think this was this one. Yeah, here. For example, you can then try to trace and study like how they did like for example, like that, there. I just traced that and see like gesture. How does the gesture look like there? Then I decided, okay, how does the box, how does the perspective look like with the simple shapes? Then I add like a little more anatomy, what I know. And then what I finally did is then to simplify everything in basic shapes. See how it goes. And I'm still figure out how I can apply this on my own artwork. But in the meantime, I think it's great to know how to do this, I would say. But yeah, that's what I would do. I would rather start with like one of the fundamentals, like perspective. Learn, the small one. Like how to draw like a box in different perspective. Like 1, 2, 3, one perspective, and then apply on like artwork you see and try to find like the horizon line and try to, okay, how does this kind of like figure work in perspective, you know? So maybe like there. Now you don't copy it, you try to understand, okay, how does this actually function, you know? How does character work in perspective? At least that's what I will do. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Then also learn and then I would say after you've done like on a perspective, then you do proportions and learn how the human proportion looks like. I think you're good to go. Then maybe from proportion down to anatomy. Then you can just try to apply what you learned on the artworks. For example, if you learn proportions, if you have like then a figure drawing, for example, you can take, what do you have with a figure? Maybe here. Okay, this is a little bit, I mean, this is a little bit excessive, but sure, here. And then when you like learn about proportions, try to actually like, you know, there are many different fundamentals for each video. Choosing different fundamental is hard. I would say just work on like perspective. I would say is the most important part. I would say at the beginning. For example, if I have like, okay, this may be a little bit complicated. Maybe not that, because this goes a little bit up, down. Make a big confusion. What's an easy perspective? This is really easy to see. Why is this always like... no, there's not that. It makes sense. Oh god, this all everything is in bikini, bro. Like just a pose, man. Can we like, I don't know, maybe there? Is this one here? Full body. It makes it very easy to see. I guess you can... I guess, yeah, this is a good and better one here, yeah. For example, if you learn perspective and you know the rules, then you can try to apply what you see on pictures, for example. If you know like perspective, then you know like there's a horizon line. How do you find the horizon line? You can see like all those lines are going in one direction, you know? So everything is going to the horizon line, so you know the horizon line should be somewhere here, right? And then when you learn boxes, you can then also try to trace those boxes on top of that one, because they have to also follow the perspective. You know, this line goes a little bit up there, and this line goes a little bit here. And of course, you have to work on like the direction, but you can see this is like a cylinder. It's maybe like kind of like down there. Then also we see like the top of the cylinder because we're under the horizon line. And then try to apply the boxes you learned, you know? I think that's really important if you kind of like learn how to... If you struggle just to copy and not really understand what the hell is going on. I would say that's like first things first. Understand like perspective. And then when you learn perspective, then you can also then apply, for example, proportions, what you learned on proportions. And you can then just see like, okay, I know for a fact that the rib cage is like 1.5 a little bit. So what I can see, if this is actually true, I take that and see this. Oh yeah, really, it is 1.5, you know. Like if that's 1. Like this is 1 and then add 1 and then 11.5. Actually, it is 1.5. And then when I add like this length on that, I realize, oh, it's actually the crotch, you know. And that's when I see like 1 to 1, I see it's like, I don't know what to call it. If I take this length to the crotch and then take this length to the crotch there, you see it's also like 1 to 1. And this is like how you can apply the proportion. See, actually, this is how this actually works. Each artist has different method or style of fundamentals. I guess so, but in the end of the day, fundamentals stays the fundamentals. Like the proportions, the perspective doesn't change. I mean, there are maybe different ways to figure things out, but in the end of the day, it's all the same. Like there's no like a new perspective or something like that, and no proportions, except if it's like for like styles. But in general, like the human proportion, just in general, figuring that out is like one way to do it. But then again, there's just my personal like preference. Again, you can do whatever you want. I'm not saying how you should do things. I'm just talking about my own experience. And just try to if you just copy and not understanding what's going on. But that's my 2 cents, I guess. Because what you learn from fundamentals is always good to apply it on like pictures. And then when you apply this on the pictures, then maybe try to do it from imagination, see if that works, go from there. The most important point is, again, just apply things. Apply the knowledge you have. Like if you learn about 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point perspective, and then also proportions, try to apply it on like a picture and see if it actually clicks in your head. But yeah, I would say the most important part, if you just, just copy things rather than understanding, is always try to apply things, the knowledge, and then try to apply it. Then your understanding gets better, at least for me. But yeah, that's that. Just applying things. But it's sometimes not always that straightforward, sometimes you just draw boxes and then you're asking, okay, how can I apply this? And that's like the most difficult, I don't know, question. Okay, I learned this now, how to apply this now? No, that's a weird question. Oh. Art is like sports, right? I mean, yeah, like the more you train, the better you get, but you also like don't try to overwork yourself. It's like when you go to the gym, for example, you don't start with like 50 kilos, right? Start with like, I don't know, 5, 10, or like maybe even 1 kilo. And then slowly but steady building your things. This is like the fundamentals in that sense. You're building your fundamental, your understanding, and the things what you wanna draw. And then maybe one day, if you keep going, you're able to do like the 50 kilo, But until then, it's just really like learning, applying, see what works, see where you're still lacking and other stuff. Focus on my mindset first before learning out. I mean, what's your mindset in general? Like, what do you have like for mindset? I'm getting curious. Version, welcome. What's up, bro? Nothing much. Talking about like mindset in art right now. I'm doing my warm up and then also doing my daily shape accuracy training, you know. We shape hunting, guys. Let's go. Art is mental than physical. Okay. Mm, more explanation. uh, I'm too stupid to understand that. That's like here. I don't know. I really understand what you mean by that. Did I do everything now? That, yeah, then that, yeah. Got that. Right. Still, I can do also this, that. Let's see. I can apply that. Yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, right. Okay, I can do this next time. All right, let's go. I think much before drawing this is more like just making piece by piece, not perfecting it. Oh, okay. No, but I think that's really good. Actually, that's something I learned in the course. Actually, being more mindful. Actually, you think a lot when you're drawing. That's what I learned. Like, why are you drawing this? Why are you doing this? And the best way to describe this, when you're drawing, you draw with your eyes, with your hand, and with your mind. You know, it's like the three things. Ask yourself, why is he doing this? Why should you do this? And just asking yourself this question, why am I doing this lightning? Why am I doing this line? Because if you're really asking yourself, you kind of get like into the right mindset actually. I don't think that's actually bad. There we go. Why not this and like there? There will be good days. There will be good days. But I would say think about things. Like the more I draw, or the longer, like the further I go with my art journey, the more I realize I have to think a lot more. I'm not like I have to think a lot of more about stuff like composition, especially light, dark, then like big, medium, small design. Then in general, also like line art, line weight, then pose. In general, like asking myself why I'm doing this. And you realize most of the time you don't know the answer, you know? That's what I realized. And then I decide, okay, then let's find the answer why I'm doing this. What's the point of doing this exercise? What's the point of learning that? And just being very honest with yourself, you know? Does this actually help me? Is this like a waste of time? And just really think a lot. I would say that's what's the beginner. I think beginner artists really needs to learn is just, or like, I think if they started that, they have to think a lot, you know. It's getting like into like thinking more. Just what I want to straight out of the box. I mean, yeah, like again, what I'm saying is you don't have to. It's just me. Like I think understanding why and how you do it is gives it like a confident boost, at least for me. So that helps me a lot. Because the last thing I always do is like, I will never tell somebody how to do things. I always give like, no, suggestions what he can do. Because I don't think like art is more free, and you should always decide what you want to do, not somebody tell you exactly how you should do things. And apply, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then continue from there. But yeah, line control is arm control, as I would say. This way I do like long lines like this. I think in the end of my art journey, I probably can explain everything, why I'm doing this, every stroke, every line, every decision, basically. I guess at least that's what I want to be able to do. It would be kind of nice, and also like be a master in line control. It would be kind of nice. But who knows? Maybe one day. But yeah, we've learned to draw. I mean, yeah, calligraphy is always good. Absolute problem with line control. Absolute line control. Wait a minute, I will read it after I finish this one. Alright. Take the circle through the loop. Or you get electrocuted. I guess that's one way to get good line control. Next one. Now we're finished with this one. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. I think also enjoying mundane things like that is also probably a good thing. Like, I don't mind doing this exercise at all. I'm also like a very analytic person too. I'm also like a person who sees more like the big picture. I guess that's why I don't really like doing details. I'd rather zoom out than zoom in. Like my pieces looks far away really good, but the more you zoom, it'll be like, oh, actually, that's not that great. I have to work on that for sure. Normally, it's the other way around. People are more focused on the details rather than the whole picture. I'm rather the opposite of that. And one more, then I think that's it for warm up. Oh. It's more like here. These are fine. I would say don't worry about color theory. Like funny enough, color theory is really like it says color theory, but the most important part in color theory is actually just values. That's really it, man. If your values are really good, then oh no. If your values are really good, then your colors, it doesn't really matter how you color it, your piece will always look good. So when you do like color theory, I would recommend doing like a lot of value studies, value in general. Value is king when it comes to color theory. And then after that, you can maybe think about, oh no. You can think about, no, it's called mood, I would say. Mood is really good for colors. And lightning. So if you do like that, Around here. Oh yeah, and also like I started also to think about how many lines do I actually need to draw something. Do I really need to draw that many lines, or can I simplify it? Asking yourself those questions, you know. That's all you need, Doom. 3 strokes. Or maybe. I mean, you see how this do like the 1 line challenge. That's kind of cool. I'll draw the whole thing in 1 line. So close. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. This shape here, okay. You know, if you really want to draw well, but you don't know how to draw, you can just let the mistake be there and make the thing you were drawing into amalgamation of something like a beast. I guess. I don't know how that would look like. I would say. But I would say don't be afraid to make mistakes, I would say. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. You aren't perfect, you know. I think that's something also I realized that I am not perfect, you know. And just the realization, I know, puts me into like ease of mind, you know. You aren't perfect, man. You're gonna make mistakes for sure. And that's okay, man. It's not about being perfect, it's about being whole, as I say. Because I am definitely not a perfect human being. I make mistakes. I make questionable decisions for sure sometimes. But that's okay, that's how it's supposed to be, man. I sound from Bloodborne. Thank you. You're welcome. There's a thing in this society, guys. No, I think there's a lot of pressure of being like, you should not make any mistakes at all. They just will put a lot of pressure for sure. You have to be the perfect human being, the perfect thing, but that's not how it works, man. I don't know, just the realization of that put my mind at ease, actually. Like, am I gonna make mistakes at my art training? For sure. Am I gonna make mistakes or like waste a lot of time? For sure. Are people gonna blame me and say, why you don't do this? Yeah, for sure. But that's okay, man. That's how things should be, What if you were already born perfect? Damn, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I guess I'm sorry. I would say I'm sorry because if you're perfect, it means that you will never experience imperfections, which in itself makes you not perfect, which is kind of funny, if you really think about it. The reason why perfectionism can't be perfected because you need imperfection to be perfect, It's like what's called a catch-22 or something like that. You can't have that without the other one. But if you're imperfect, then you can't be perfect, But you need the imperfection to be perfect. Maybe like a yin-yang kind of situation, What is Ankh talking again? It's alright. What is Ankh talking about again? I don't know, I feel at ease. It's something like, I don't know, for my mental health, it feels like if you put like water, like cold water on like a hot stove and then it evaporates. That's the feeling I get when I think about, it's okay to be imperfect, That's the feeling I'm getting. Like, I can breathe again, kind of thing. Or maybe that's just me. Especially nowadays. Mental health is really like very important. If you have problems, try not to bottle everything up. Talk to somebody. Even if it's the most scariest thing. Because most people don't really bother other people, but that's what friends are supposed to be there, Like, you don't really have them friends, I guess, if you're not willing to bother them with your problems and with your, like, very dark thoughts, That's what friends supposed to do, You're supposed to bother them. Also family members too, But I know it's sometimes not that easy. Because being vulnerable is not a nice feeling. But that's just me. Alright, I see. Alright, it's okay. Almost. Yeah, I can make this a little bigger there. Got that. Yeah, I made the head a little bit too high here. Yeah. I made the head have a bit too high here. I guess, yeah. This line, I guess. Actually, I should have much more up there. They're supposed to be. Yeah, this should be a little more down there. This supposed to be bordered. And if they can't handle you, then that's that, you know? That's that. That's also okay. I don't know why I'm going into like this philosophical rant right now. I don't know if you guys like Andy, take your pills, man. And he's still trying to philosophy again. Alright. Okay, that's nice, that's nice. Yeah, and I guess, yeah, this is from here. The negative space should be like here. It should be like kind of like there, yeah. Oop, Uncle Andy does it again. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that should be like here. I can see that. Alright, next one. I mean, we can also like, why not try to add like a little bit of shadow shading in there. So make more interesting lines. Let's see. How clean did I actually do the lines? Always nice to see. Oh, not bad, not bad. Yeah, almost, let's go. Forgot about that, oh no. So. Oh. Okay. Also, one thing you like to drawing the most actually. I mean, I guess fan art, anime fan art. Anime fan art, that's actually what I like to draw. guess the light will come from the side. Let's make it like that. Animu. For me, it's hands. Oh, hands. That's rare. that's a rare W, I guess. That's nice. Because most people hate drawing hands. Personally, I don't mind drawing hands. Personally speaking, I don't mind drawing hands. That looks so cool. Well, that's something you have to debate with the art community, not me. That's something you have to debate with the art community. This is also like behind that. That's something you have to talk with the cat community. But I would say it's really good if you're really good with drawing hands, I would say. There's also in shadow, why not? Shadow. Yeah, with draw hands, that's really good. Because with hands you can really be very expressive, you know? Hands can be very expressive. Cool. All right. Which is really nice. For example, the Italian hand. Mamma mia. Those two fingers pinched. Those two fingers pinched, that's... Man, it's too dark. Okay, let's say looks alright. Looks three-dimensional, so. Let's do a little bit of a hard edge. Some midtones, I guess. Oh yeah, fix. Right, forgot about that one here. Right. I guess also we can add that to the list too. Yeah, I just imagined like a light source come from left to left to right, and then try to make the shape more in the form. That's a nice exercise. Oh. It's a nice exercise. practicing form, you know. A little more there. I mean, that's also a good question, actually. Yeah. I guess he or she drew a lot of hands. Yeah, let's do a little more value to there. Right. Give me that. There's this one here, right? Yeah. Overlay. Just make this darker there. Areas here. A little more darker there. Yeah. Let's go. And a little more brighter here. Oh, wrong one. Overlay. Since I understand overlay, it's really nice to play around with that. All right, let's go. I would say looks fine. I think I used a little bit too many brushes here. Yeah, that's okay. All right, next one. The next one. Oh. Well, maybe I should also use hard lights. I can do this next one here. I can use this one there. Alright, but be right back. BRB, need something to drink. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Let's go. Oh. Mm. Oh. Bam, bam, bam. I guess, yeah. Oh, maybe there's too many shapes there. Let's see. Oh, well, maybe I can do this later on. I can do the design analysis later on. Let's do this, finish that one first. The Lost in the Darkness. Like our shadow. Same. How are you doing? Hope everything's alright? Hope the negative thoughts don't win, I guess. Hope you stay strong. Hope you able to fight the demons you won't talk about. Otherwise, yeah. I am alright. I am alright, I would say. Well, that's not really a good reference, to be fair, to make like to make what's called silhouette, but it is what it is. It's, not every reference is equal. Because next time I have to be a little more conscious about that, you know. Because those are very nice. It's called silhouettes. This is very, very hard to see. Very hard to see. But now let's try it out. Oh, yeah. That there, over here. Hmm. Up, up, up. Okay. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Yeah, this should be a little bit longer, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I can see it. Like here. Yeah, that's cool. Very good at dual fingers. I don't think this is gender oriented. It's just a matter of like how many times you're drawing those certain figures, I guess. I don't think like gender has like any advantages, I guess. It's more about who draws more of a certain thing. I would say men are probably better at female art, no, figures, and female are better in male drawing because they're just in general or like maybe stereotypical is what they normally draw a lot. But otherwise, doesn't really matter. It's just a matter how many times you spend time drawing certain things and you get better at it over time. Honestly, maybe I'll do like a little bit of a design analysis because it's kind of like something kind of like annoys me with this picture. I think it's just like a lot of midtones there. Kind of like annoys me. Let's do this another thing here, there, here. Let's see what if I make this more coherent. Yeah, less shapes. Gives more contrast to it. Also, let's make this... Oh yeah, I can just do that. Just take that. Midtone. Oh. Yeah, let's go. Oh. Let's see how that looks like. Simple versus completely complex. Now we can add like a little more stuff there. Maybe like, I don't know. Up down. I guess it makes a sense why this is there. So if we make that there. Yes, the reason why this is down there is just because there's no reason to look down there, huh? I guess then what we can do is suddenly add like something, or like maybe like something darker there. Yeah, okay, no, welcome. What if I add like some darker tones there? Pretty good. I'm just doing like some shape analysis. I guess now when we make this everything there, contrast here. I guess yeah, it makes a contrast there. How was it again? Contrast, silhouette. Oh, wait a minute. I tried to apply what I learned. Contrast, silhouette, density. What that means big, medium, small. I guess yeah, there's that. Maybe if we make like one certain area bigger. Take that. Copy that, so and then make it a little more bigger. Oh no, it would clash with this one. I guess that this is the big, medium, small. Big, medium, small. Maybe make that a little more bigger. By the way, I'm not trashing the artist or something like that. I'm just experimenting, so hopefully nobody get the wrong idea. I'm just experimenting and try to apply what I learned from the course. Make this a little bit bigger, yeah. And I guess also like it's a lot of maybe sharper shapes there. But again, it's maybe also not really like a final drawing. It's a lot of things not really detailed. I wonder why he didn't make it more like, yeah, a bit more sharper lines there. And I guess we can make more shapes there. Maybe more gradient one. But yeah, hope everything is alright, Kino. Yeah, make this a little bit down there. Yeah. Oh. Here. I guess this water can there. And then when we looking here, can delete that. I guess because of the shadow here, but I would say let's make this a little more. Ah, that's nice. That's good. Where do you have it? Overlay there, thank you much. A little more saturation actually. 0. No? Oh, this is wrong. Should be 50 and a little more saturation for the. Let's go. Why is this? 50 saturation. Thank you very much. And again, why is the overlay gone? Overlay. 50 there. More saturation. Yeah. And more saturation to it. Also here a little more saturation. I guess also saturation, desaturation is also give the contrast or something. But yeah. Yeah, make Rookie, welcome. So, and then I guess instead of it is bluish, right? It's not. Yeah. I guess we can take that and add like a little more bluish stuff down there. A little more darker bluish. Yeah, a little more darker bluish. Yeah, I think that's one way to do it actually. But yeah, I'm currently practicing what I learned and just applying things what I learned. See if it makes a difference or not. For example, I have like this. I did this one here. Like I took this picture and then I applied different things. Look at the difference. It's a little bit horny, I guess, but applied the things I learned, and it does really make a difference. Look at this, man. It does make a little difference. But anyway. It does make a difference. But yeah, still I'm not that happy with the... There's a lot of... I want to have the shapes more cleaner. Then I guess maybe adding like more by... oh, smooth like here. Yeah. Adding like that. Yeah. Okay. Enough analysis. The added one. I can't really articulate the difference, but yes, they become apparent when you cycle through the original illustration and the added one. Which one? Like the horny one or like this one here? The Eris, the poo one. All right. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm like applying how to make it more finished, I would say, finished product. It's a very good exercise. But this is also like, I guess, the same. The reason what I really don't like is just a lot of shapes. I try to minimize the shapes, but then again, there's like, I guess there's a reason why there's that. I would like, maybe that's very hard to see. But or maybe let's take that. Maybe not this one here. It's very hard to see, but it's also very simple versus complex, you know. Because for example, this is a very simple line here. Oh, maybe like doing red. Oh, this is. And this is simple. This is simple. This is simple. Kind of also simple. But then we have like, more complex shapes here. Okay, that's very kind of simple, but that's more complex. And I can see like simple versus complex. Nice idea. Full contrast. That's why, for example, here, what I decide to delete that to make it even more simple. Just make a straight line here. And try to make it more here complicated. That's like the idea behind that, for example. And also maybe make that make a little bit even more darker here. But I think this isn't too dark. Let's try the color balance, just a little bit more darker. Yeah. All right. Let's put everything into like one. Layer there. I don't know what that is, but okay, let's go. All right, let's go. A shape of like those decorated letters in medieval manuscripts. Maybe, I don't know. I guess. I'm not so sure what you're talking about. You have to send me a picture. No worries. All right. This was really hard to draw. I should... Yeah, I guess it's the next lesson to be learned. Not every reference is equal if you want to learn something. Not everybody is equal. Some people are more equal, as they say, right? Some people are just more equal. Some people are just more equal. I guess they're here. There should be a little more to the side there. Well, a nice 60-70% there. Yeah, it's really nice. Design is really nice, man. I love design. It was a very muddy here. I'm not really thinking about those lines, actually. Okay. I don't know, man. It's just, it's magic. Let's say it's magic. I have really no idea. uh, say it's magic. He's sitting on a magic chair. But I think it's also just really like a rough drawing, I would say. It's not really like a final product. Or maybe it's like also the style, so no hate on the artist. But yeah, I like to kind of like destroy the design of other artists just to see how this looks, and what change, and what can I learn from it. So that's the most important part. So I don't want people to think, oh my god, how dare you to destroy the integrity of this art piece, and yeah. Just want to learn something from it. How dare you? Yeah, I've made this a little bit too big there. Okay. Levitation platform, maybe. Maybe, yeah. So discover the truth of what remains afterwards or something. Exactly. Type shit, right? Type shit. Type shit, man. Type shit. This there. Alright. Yeah, okay, let's go. Got it almost correct. Yeah, this should be like more. Yeah, there should be more to the side there. Okay. There's more to the side there, but yeah, otherwise, let's go. Do we take those? Should we let more there? Yeah. This negative space and this negative space doesn't really work. Should be like here. Something here. Let's go. Yeah, much better. Much better. Then I guess. Yeah, here. This line and this line as well. Should be like here. Alright, but then that should be it, right? Let's go, yeah. We take those, man. We take those. We're hitting those, man. We're hitting those. And I guess also here with that should be like a bit more up there. Thing is, slowly but steady, I think I'm mastering observation maybe, or like shape hunting. Shape hunting, let's go. It's not always 100% accuracy, but it gets the job done, you know. We're taking those. But yeah, I think that's it for today, I would say. Also, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Stream every day. Bad timing stream. I'm about to end the stream now. Okay. Welcome. See you guys next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.